Okay, so welcome back. It is now round 4, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, it's round 4.
So we have another round of expedition matches lined up. And so, who are we featuring next?
We're featuring gozuuu versus TheBergund. So, I mean, I think we've already mentioned that TheBergund is on TJP, but I would have assumed TheBergund is on TJP anyway.
So this is
Man
a
loves his control. Man loves his control.
fair enough. So this is
What's
a
up?
pretty classic,
Yeah.
matchup from the last expedition. It's Rakano versus TJP Control.
The two
Uh,
boogeymans of the format, and they're
yep.
facing off.
So Rakano with its bunch of chargers with a set of Battlefront Dashers, Oni Insiders, Varbucks, and Inferno Phoenixes. Uh, so this is gozuu's deck. This is the exact 75 that I took
That
to my top 16 finish,
okay.
only knocked out by my teammate Almost, who was, of course, on TJP. So
Good player. Yeah.
let's see how this match gets underway. So gozuuu with a 2 into 3, scouting a carnivorous yearling on top of the deck. I keep this. I keep
Yeah.
this. I want to get the train going.
I mean, it's a 3-drop in a hand with a couple of 4-drops and like
Right.
it's good. Good. Okay, so uh the Bergund
The Bergund's hand is absolutely loaded, just waiting for that fourth power
yeah,
because
they don't have double primal notably, so that means that they're probably gonna have to use these Orn combinations like right now in order to play up the power advantage, but we'll
if Gozu throws out any four attack charger,
oh
that on
yeah.
condemnation's coming out.
Yeah, there you go. They could have used a Desert Marshal that turn if they didn't throw out that 4/3 charge, but they threw it out there.
Right.
Um,
Okay, so yeah. So would the Bergund picking up that critical second primal off an island's favor, and out comes Scale Sworn Patrol. So what is it pumping? I don't think it particularly matters because everything
yeah,
is going face and everything can't play around. The Desert Marshal that didn't come out. So Bergund electing to really take really intending to use life as a resource, and an Oni Insider coming out after the fact,
yeah.
going into debt to make this Warhelm. But undepleted power off the top of the deck for Bergund. Out comes the Harsh Rule. And the question is, do we have, a charger that's going to punish that? So the question is, does Gozu just go with,
It plays
yeah,
the Helena,
Helena,
right?
no contract, Warhelm, smash you.
Um,
5/5, flying endurance, charge, Warcry. Hey, just need the Aegis and the Warcry 5 and you have Icaria.
that's
So
right. So
Gozu passes full power up. That can't be good. If you're in if you're or rather Bergund
yeah,
passes.
and I mean they do have double wisdom, so you know if they don't do anything, then it's pretty bad for them even then, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
gotta
so
do
wisdom.
something.
He throws the wisdom out. He already had the Orin
Right,
combination. You know,
right.
it's just for tilt factor, right? It's like, oh, I
Absolutely.
top decked it. I top decked it. That's right. But no, it was already there.
Yeah.
Uh, so the Bergund is going to play the new beginning, setting up for this plating next turn. Um, so they have double plating actually. So I think this game is well in hand for the Bergund. I think it's probably over, to be honest.
Yeah.
The Gozu doesn't know that though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
This is kind of how the match uh went for me against Almost. Just you know,
just
condemnation,
yeah,
and then reach 8 power, and then whatever.
Bergen did have a very solid hand with the harsh rule as well to back up everything. Um, So they're going to take out this. They've got the train going, but it's not good enough because
Yeah, because plating with
yeah,
a bunch of armor
yeah.
at the beginning, yeah, with 5 armor beforehand, just takes out 2 units and is no worse for the wear.
Exactly. This is basically the same thing now. Um, the same stats.
Ooh, was that? Yeah, that was correct sequencing. That was correct sequencing. With the Scale Swarm
Okay.
Patrol.
And they can't go for the value anymore, right? They've got to try to break this plating, but of course, like they they kill these 2 units, but they just have a backup plating, right?
Right.
And the thing is that I think the Gozu has to hope they don't have anything in hand, and even if, for example, the Bergen had a Davia in hand, that would be enough to probably win the game on the
Yeah,
spot
you
too.
know, even a Davia, 5/5 Aegis summon draw 2, uh,
Yeah.
would be pretty brutal. But
Whoa, they're not even going for this. They don't want to. They want to play around potentially a finest, right? They don't want to lose the game to a finest.
sure, I'm not. No, I don't think there were any finest in this list though.
Is there no finest in this?
Not in
Okay, well
Gozu's. Not in the list
maybe
I took.
maybe you thought there was. I mean, you could maybe you didn't give over the once over. Just assume what was in the deck.
Fair enough. Didn't throw out the Desert Marshal to take out the Inciter last turn, so
Unfortunately, what you could
yeah.
we could
This
do
is just
now is you could save it. Let's see, that's 12 damage. You could potentially save it, pop the Aegis, and then torch. Try to, but I don't think it's that worth it. Okay,
just
he
scouting.
need yeah. I mean,
Helena not gonna do it. Helena's not a charger. Toss her.
but I
Oh,
mean,
there's a third plating. Holy moly.
yeah.
Ditch your power even though you haven't hit power this turn and draw 2 more.
I don't know. I kind of dislike discarding power there, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I
I think
wasn't a fan.
it's just your control deck, right? Like you don't stop you don't suddenly stop at 8 power. Like you want
No.
all the power you want, right? To
Yeah.
especially to play aid, but in general just a double spell, I think.
Right.
Far be it for me to argue with the Bergen's play, but I think at this point it doesn't really matter what he does. Like
Yeah.
it just doesn't matter, right? I'm just
Yeah. Bergund
making
basically can
small
play
talk.
cards at random and win.
Yeah, exactly. We're in that stage of the
Oh,
game.
yeah.
There's the
Davia.
Davia.
Get back 8 of the Huru. Are we done
Oh, they
yet?
actually have it? Yeah. Are we how we conceded? Yeah, there you go. Gozu concedes rightly, and there we go. Game 1 to the Bergen.
Yep. Yeah, so Gozu didn't draw any of the anti-control cards, didn't draw the Lunar Claws, didn't draw the Endless Steps. So, you know, what can you do?
What can you do when you just have everything? That is what it feels like sometimes against control players. They they draw the removal in the right order. It's crazy.
Yep.
So Gozer has to mulligan down to 6, and this hand isn't very good. But the Bergen's hand, while it's okay against aggro, he's probably gonna keep it. It's not the greatest hand of all time. You just spot it there
It's a turn 3 Helena without to turn 4 Varbuk. So
Yeah,
absent
sure.
the 2, aside from not having the 2 drop, about as good as you can get.
Yeah.
For a 6.
The Bergen decides to mulligan. All right, mulligan's down to 6. Oh no!
Just
That
a pair
hand
by
from the
Luke's
Bergen is
favors.
just that's a raunchy hand right there. That is bad.
Well, you know. Oh, on the draw as well. That's rough. So,
Yeah. Exactly. All right.
well, there's a Battlefront Dasher. Just throw it out there, honestly.
Yeah. I think so. Nope.
Elect
Okay.
not to.
Decides not to play around the Defiance, probably, right? Could have been a Defiance.
So the islands favor just saying, well, can't Lunar Claw lock me. So now it's just Dasher smack.
All right. So
Scale Sworn Patrol, that probably should be in. No, I don't think you inscribe here.
you don't inscribe it because you need double fire for the next
Right.
for the next cards anyway, right?
Yeah.
Also another threat. Like you need something. Oh,
Inscribes it
inscribes
anyway?
it. Inscribes it anyway. This that's a hope and a dream for that Parapet Sentry next turn. Yeah. Oh wait.
Just goes for the 3 damage to the face with the Lunar Claw.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I might have popped the Aegis and seen if I can get some value out of it.
Yeah, because the torch is now kind of just.
Yeah.
Whoa! Davia off the top. Question
Uh-oh. Can he live for another 2 turns, right? They
is.
need
Yeah. Right now
play
it's
it
looking
next
like
turn.
no.
Yeah. This looks like you got to play that Davia straight away, and I don't think it's going to be good enough, right? Because you can play, if you top deck a power, you can torch and stun it, right? And that'll be lethal.
Yeah, the question is, does Gozuuu develop? Because Bergund has shown, I have no harsh rule, I have not drawn it because 6 power, no sweeper,
Right.
6 attack on the board. It had to come out by now if it was in hand.
Also, notably,
I dropped the dinosaur here.
TheBergund did not play a second primal, so they
Defiance.
couldn't even hold up.
That's a
It's
pickup.
okay. That's enough to get them to live. Actually, no, it's not, considering the only side
Charger.
draw, but yeah.
So, again, Gozuuu, Bergund has not shown any, of the necessary interaction. So, if
Yeah, just go for it, and it's gonna be lethal, and Gozuuu it'll be a
game 3.
game 3.
Yeah, top of the deck really not cooperating there.
And yeah, we're gonna move on to game 3 in just a moment here. Exciting conclusion to the match of the expedition format.
Apparently, Rakano was the deck of the day, so in hindsight,
Yeah.
I probably should have brought it.
Maybe it
But
depends.
such is life.
Depends. Like I think the Rakano has a solid matchup. It's like a 50-50 against it. That depends on various things. I brought TJP and got smacked around.
Ouch. So
one of my rounds, at least one of my runs. I think I probably should have brought Xenon again with a couple more.
okay, so now Bergund has, one primal influence short of the Dream Hand.
Yeah.
Defiance,
And also one
condemnation.
and also it was also a justice source short of it too. No, it wasn't. No, never mind.
Nope.
Never mind.
So
The Dream Hand.
Defiance, condemnation, and then New Beginning. You're happy as a clam.
Okay,
playing
they're gonna
control
go for
of that hand.
value. They're gonna go for value.
Okay.
Should they played this Endless Steps. question. Okay, they do. They play the endless steps. It prevents
It prevents nothing in terms of the interaction, but it's just make you have it for nonsense is the idea.
right. Yeah.
No
Oh,
swing.
they did not swing. I mean, you're just giving the control player what they want, right? At
Right.
that point, like, you can't not swing as an aggressive deck, right?
You have to make them have it.
I get it. I get it. You don't want to play into the Rune Condemnation, which they have. I mean, there you go. It's there. But
yeah, but again, you're not going to make them discard it by not attacking. You're not Shadow.
Exactly.
You don't have the sabotage. You don't have the exploits.
oh, they do get the second primal, so that's good. The
So
Bergund.
this is going to get eaten by the Defiance unless.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
that I think was a mistake on Gozuu's part because you see the 1 power up. So you should play a charger to put the endless steps buff on another unit.
Right, and it would have stunned the 4/3, but not actually killed it. That probably would
Right.
have been fine. Now, also, the Bergund has a harsh rule in hand, so it wouldn't have worked out that well. But yeah,
it would
I
have pushed
agree.
some damage.
Yeah, and you got to push some damage. If they're at 30 life and it's turn 6, like this is not getting any better for you, for sure.
No, it's not. So Gozuuu discards the Parapet Sentry. Okay, that's a Varbuk. You keep it. Absolutely keep it.
What?
I am not sure what Gozuuu wants to draw to.
I mean, Phoenix is a better draw, but like, I think Varbuk is a second best, right?
Right. I think that's a bit of looking a gift horse in the mouth. That's
Yeah.
big charger.
They got a charger anyway, but
yeah, opponent has. Yeah, I mean, of course, the Phoenix is going to smash for 12, but
okay, they endures for a little longer.
Again, make the opponent have it. Now goes for the
line. Oh, and it's just a bottled insight. All right, wisdom off the top. Okay. Of course, the harsh rule comes out. Well, they might have to harsh rule like straight away, right? Like unless they find something off the top. Like if they find a Orin Condemnation, like
okay,
might not
no
need
Orin
to.
Condemnation, no Defiance
so they gotta...
the last turn, so you know that's not there.
But I mean, it's just a 3-mana. It's just a 3/3, right? Because it doesn't have any unit to buff. Well, I guess it's 6/6 because. But yeah.
No unit to link up to, so you know the coast is clear. Unless oops, there's a top deck Desert Marshal. So the Parapet Sentry isn't really doing anything right now because
yeah. So they're gonna play the Warhelm.
The Face Aegis. But yeah, Warhelm, get in there.
And they know that it's not a. They know that it's not an Ordinary Condemnation, so they might as well just pop up the big one, right? Like.
Right. Oh, I do not agree. I not agree with this play. I would have gone for the Warhelm and taken the damage.
Oh no, they couldn't. Great. It's fine. It's fine. You know.
And I hear the Stormhawk plating. Luckily, there's no harsh rule yet, but there's the Davia.
Davia? Do they have an 8 in them? Void? I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
I mean, obviously, if they have an 8 in the Void, it's the lights out, but I don't think they do. Ooh, I think a trap.
I don't think I've seen one yet.
Okay, I think a trap takes out the 1. Ooh, actually, now they could play Helena and buff up the Helena. That's a decent.
But the Endless Steps won't buff up the Helena if it's the Dasher. But Helena into Warhelm can absolutely do a crazy amount of damage this turn.
Right.
Or can just swing with the Endless Steps buff right now on the Dino, on the Yearling.
They're still kind of worried about. Oh, jeez, sorry. They're still kind of worried about this Defiance that we know that they don't have, right? So it's it's
But
interesting spot. I think
yeah,
you still
but
have to make the play. Like you have to
no,
push
no, but
damage.
right, you do have to push damage. But basically, the way I see playing against control decks is if they don't show you they have the exact card that they could have held up, then you have to assume it's not in hand and just go for it. If they top tick it, they top tick it. But playing conservatively when they're at God knows how much power, like if you're in Gozu's position, your opponent's at 21 life and at 10 power. Your clock is very short until an 8 of the Huru comes down. So get going and do the most damage you possibly can.
Sentry, okay. Well,
Okay, that demands the Warhelm to use the Endless Steps.
and they deal a lot of damage. This is very like
That's a lot of damage.
short. Oh, the harsh roll at the top. That's disgusting. Although,
That's good, but again,
yeah,
show me
they
something
didn't
else.
they didn't hold up. They had to play it, right? Okay, they gained 2 health. Okay, so that means that it's not going to be quite. Ooh, actually, hold on a second.
It
Is that
might be.
lethal?
No,
It's
one
not lethal because
one
we
life off.
can't. We also one power off.
Well,
Um,
remember the Endless Steps buff.
yeah.
Yeah, but
So
no. Gozu just drew the sketch? So did he not? Did he already play a 6th power this time?
he has not. He hasn't played a power this time for sure. Um, but you
So
need
this is
5 power
Helena.
to.
Contract the Helena. That's 6, and then you. That's not going to do it.
Yeah.
So, production, please get that. Okay, so that wasn't lethal. So, out comes 8 of the Huru, hardcast.
Okay. Well, 8 of the Hero hardcast means that it's gonna be a difficult road. I think
This buff on Helena
they
is gonna...
double block. They can double block. Hmm.
Playing around the finest hour not in the deck.
Oh, they wanna they want this endure just like off the table. They've definitely gotten a lot of value off of it. Okay, so here comes this. They get another 8 of the Hero, and I think this is probably lights out, right?
Yeah, because one sentry was discarded and the other was already played. I don't know of a way to reach through that. Yeah, and then and now it's back up to 12 life.
Yep.
So yeah, I
Okay.
think Gozu could have won that game. I think there are a few instances in which he failed to push a little bit of damage, and yeah, Bergund was
Got
at
him down
2
to
life
6.
at one point.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, sure, like holding off is like,
Can't do it.
yeah, it's just not something you can afford to do against control, right? You're playing right into their hands. Um, if they have it, they have it. Like, I mean, you can't.
Yeah,
And they're more likely to draw it later on. Like this, like
yeah.
so you give them, if you don't attack, you give them the ability to, for example, draw cards, right? And then you're really behind.
Right. So
Eh,
we're in a new
I mean,
match. So
yep.
this is Marvin the Imp against I'm not quite sure who.
The Rock.
Oh, the Rock. Okay, 1-1. So Rock has Phoenix loaded up, and an 8/6 Varbuk.
Jeez.
So
Interesting. The bring down from Marvin is certainly gonna target this this 3/1 charge flying double damage unit.
mm-hmm.
So interesting that they brought bring down to this tournament. It is good against Kano for the most part, right?
No,
Is
I
it
mean
good
it's
against?
good against Phoenix and Helena, and Marvin basically said the way when constructing this deck, the way I lose this is in the air, and I think we have seen Marvin lose a game in the just by the opponent having
Yeah.
flyers. So I understand why.
It's a 2-mana answer. It's a good, solid, tempo
Yep.
efficient answer to Phoenix.
Yep.
Like here it is, and here it goes. Like I think you do
Yeah.
use the bring down. Yeah, you can't
Of
afford to
course.
just gain health. Yeah, you need to use that on one of the bigger units. Of
Yeah.
course, the
You
Rock is
can't.
probably playing around this Orin Condemnation, not attacking because there are some solid attacks here. Uh,
Right.
they're trying to make their board even bigger so that it's just unsustainable for them to just have a hold up Orin Condemnation. Yeah, we'll see though.
But in the meantime, that Scale Swarm Patrol
What is this card in?
is that it's an invoked card. I have to imagine.
Yeah, this looks
What's
like a
invoking?
mass necromancy, right? Is that what that card is?
Mass Entomancy?
Entomancy.
Does that play unstable form and everything?
Yeah, it's a mass entomancy. Okay, okay. That's what I
Oh,
thought.
it turns things into humbugs.
Not
Just
bad, to be honest. It's just
no, that was pretty good. Just took out the Hojin in the Varbuk. So
kind of funny.
Sworn Patrol is the draw for the turn.
So they can play that, and they can do something. But is that like what they want to do? Um,
Well, hey, you have flyers now, so start working on them. 3 in the air is not nothing. You drop Sworn
yeah,
Patrol, you pump up a Humbug. You might
and
even
also
Oni Dasher another Humbug. 4 in the air that's legitimate damage.
it's legitimate damage, but at the same time, it's still not racing the 7/6, right? I guess
Well, the 7/6 isn't attacking, so the
it
6
isn't
can.
attacking. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I could see this. I could see them trying to race in the air here.
Yeah, I forget who the quote was from, but when you cut away the impossible, whatever's left, however improbable, is the answer.
Yeah,
So
sounds
get
like a
going on those Humbugs.
Feynman quote. But like Friedman.
One of those 20th century smart guys.
We're gonna see a pump flyer. Okay, they're gonna go with the aerial attack. I think you attack with both. Yeah, I might even have just played the. I mean, I guess you wanna if you draw like a Helena off the top, you kind of want that to be the target or whatever, right? Although I still think like if you draw Helena, you can definitely pump, for example, the Helena. You can pump the Helena, and you can pump the Mind Adventures, right? Get in for a very large attack, that's very unassailable. So of course, Marvin's holding up Borncon, so that's not that one. So, hmm. So he's gonna. So Marvin's gonna double this 8/7, maybe even attack. I kind of like doubling and attacking. Skips probably. Oh, oh.
Well, okay, so much for the flyer plan.
Yep. Let's see. Another sketch. 2 units a turn gonna be pumped. Like, I don't think they're gonna make 3 sketches, but
Yeah, that's unnecessary. You can't even spend that.
okay, they're doing that. They can potentially attack with both. They do have to chump, right? No, they don't. They don't quite have to. Unless they attack with another unit, they would just block with the 8/12.
Sure, why not? You're gaining 16 life off of the 1614 Argent Point
Yeah.
Noble.
Oh, they're gonna triple block. Okay. Yeah. I mean, but this puts them at 29 health. So it's just gonna be very, very difficult for the Rock to come back in this. Like they're very aggro heavy deck. Like there's the thing is that they don't have sketches in their deck. They for they just don't have them in deck for
Right.
that they have runes in the deck, which are better for pushing damage like in an aggressive deck, but certainly not better for fighting against another justice sketch. All right, just the damage is taken. They just decided to go down to 6. I mean, they're in chump territory now, which is unfortunate. So this Lunar Claw, I guess they're just gonna lock out this Arn combination. They're gonna confirm the fact that they were correct not to attack all these turns, but it's not gonna matter.
So, what's the play here? I guess you have to. No swinging with the 3/3 humbug.
Yeah.
I'm
They
not
gotta
sure what
kind
else
of
you're doing, but okay. So let's establish the fact that the 22/22 flyer is lethal. So, who are we putting the research lab on this turn? The Jada.
right. Yeah. And now they have to double chump because that's the thing. And they actually get a pump off of it too, which is hilarious. The double pump. Yeah, Marvin is definitely in the driver's seat here. I don't think you can actually lose the game. And the Rock agrees, and let's concede.
Yep.
The Rock was on the meteor out there. All right, we're gonna watch LOA versus Spiff. So interesting. They decided to pop the Aegis with the Gavels inside, but also pump it up just enough that it's enough. Are they gonna attack again into it to take it out? Maybe. They're gonna. Oh, they're gonna harsh rule. Oh, of course they have harsh rule lethal. They have harsh rule lethal. Okay. Yeah. Second, I think the producer just said that the round is ended, or that's the last in the tournament. The last match in the tournament. No, sorry. Yeah, that was the last match in the round. So we're gonna go to a break, and we'll see you guys for round 5 in a few minutes.